everyone, this is DaveNader12 here and welcome to another video. Sorry I haven't been posting in a while, but it has been very difficult to come up with new JoJo video ideas in this day and age. But anyway, if you may already know, based on my videos, I have been playing the new Hoyoverse game titled Zenless Zone Zero. It's an action RPG with gacha elements. I think the reason that really compelled me to play this game was its unique style and wackiness. This game has its own personality, much like another franchise I love so much. Then I started to do some research, and this game is very similar to part 4 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable. Both ooze with slice of life style interactions or events. Both have fire music that slaps, as well as semi-focus on action. The characters and designs are also somewhat comparable, with unique and interesting designs. Plus, the main thing that really connects these two is the focus on its characters and the connection to another hit video game franchise called Persona. This relationship is very roundabout, with Persona taking inspiration from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Zenless Zone Zero taking inspirations from Persona. Today in this video, I wanted to pose the question, how would it go if JoJo characters were in Zenless Zone Zero?
I'll be the roundabout. The words will make you out and out. I'll spend the day your way. Call it morning, driving through the sun and in and out the valley. The music dance and sing. They make the children really ring. I'll spend the day your way. Call it morning, driving through the sun and in and out the valley. In and around the lake. Mountains come out of the sky and they stand there. 1 mile over, we'll be there and we'll see you. 10 true summers, we'll be there and laughing too. 24 before my love, we'll see. I'll be there with you.
Let us begin. I'll be going back and forth between characters and bangboos, which are the mascots of Zenless Zone Zero. The playable characters are called agents, all have an element classification and a class. To start off, we have Dio. Dio, in Zenless Zone Zero, can only be played in closed off stages or stages at night unless in possession of the Stone Mask W engine. Dio is an ice attack agent. His passives include an increase in attack and a special combo with joural Kujo after his super, which is optional. To do the super, one must do a Z motion input after the end of the super's animation. His super is called useless, or with full energy, time stop, which must be done with down super input. His basic attack inflicts freeze and ends with Space Ripper Stingy Eyes. This is out of order, but we will next talk about Carbu. Carbu is based off Cars from part 2. Its two abilities include Ultimate Life Form, increasing attack up to 5% after a chain attack for 10 seconds, and Squirrel, where he launches a squirrel to fight in the battle. Carbu is rank A. Next, we will talk about Yoshikage Kira. Kira is a fire support agent if you were in Zenless Zone Zero. His basic attack makes an enemy into a bomb and ends with another bomb from a coin. His super makes an enemy a bomb and detonation is achieved through a Z motion with basic attack input. His ultimate launches sheer heart attack to go after enemies for 1 minute, dealing massive damage. For his passive, if decibels are at full and Kira has full energy, his ultimate will change to Bites the Dust, which resets the whole battle to the beginning except for enemies' health bars. If you haven't noticed yet, yes, these moves are very similar to Eyes of Heaven and All-Star Battle and All-Star Battle R, but it fits so well. However, I am still making some tweak to better suit the characters in this game if they are in it. Next, we will talk about the mafia boss himself, Diablo. For Diablo, his basic attacks are nothing special. However, his passives are where he becomes interesting. Kinda like in All-Star Battle R, once Diablo does his super called Epitaph, he can dodge and parry extra attacks. His other two passives include King and Copy. King is activated when in a team with another agent in the same faction, where his anomaly increases by 25%. Copy creates a fake copy of Diablo, where enemies will attack the fake copy. Diablo's ultimate is called Stay the Hell Away From Me. You can decide what it does. Now let's move on to Buchi. Buchi with his abilities include Made in Heaven, increasing all agent speed, and Sea Moon, which pushes all enemies to the edges of the stage. The final ability is called Lord Dio. This ability activates when both the agent Dio and Buchi are in a team. Buchi gives Dio 25% increase in impact and HP. Buchi is S rank. The last character in this faction is the president himself, Funny Valentine. Valentine is a physical anomaly agent. His super called Disperse brings in several alternate versions of minion enemies which destroys 50% of their health. Plus, his ultimate is called Love Train. This ability makes Valentine invisible for 1 minute and 30 seconds, and each hit from Valentine guarantees a chain attack. His basic attack ends with him shooting his gun. He has no passes because he is a full-blooded American, thus ending the DVDK faction. Next, we will move on to the Starlight Crusaders. First, we have Jonathan Joestar. Jonathan is an electric support agent. His only passive is called Hamon D-Pass Overdrive, which allows him to heal squad members by 25% by direct touch in battle, sacrificing half his energy. The timing is essential. His super is called Zoom Punch, which is a stun ability. His ultimate, called Sunlight Yellow Overdrive, does physical and electric damage. Now, probably the bang boo everyone will want is Busif. Busif has 3 abilities. The first, called Tommy Gun, which has him deal physical damage with a Tommy Gun. The second ability, Run Away, has Busif leave the battle and changes into another random bang boo. The third ability, Oh My God, occurs during a chain attack where Busif summons a plane to crash into the opponent. Busif is S rank. The next agent is the GOAT himself, Joro Kujo. He is a physical attack agent. His passives include Here's Your Receipt, which increases attack up to 5% to stunned enemies. Plus, his other passives let Jojo combo with Dio after Jojo's super or ultimate, increasing the overall interval of stopping time. Jojo's super is Aura or Time Stop, with the same special input as Dio. His ultimate is I Will Be the Judge, which does a lot of damage. Busuke is now here to beat us all up. His 2 abilities include What Did You Say About My Hair, which gives super armor to all agents for 30 seconds, and his other ability, Crazy Diamond, which revives and restores 100% to 1 fallen agent per battle. Busuke is A rank. Giorno is an ether anomaly agent. His passives include Heal, which can give energy to all members once per battle, and Sucky Sucky 3000, which increases the decibel count to 3000. His super is called Muda, and his ultimate is Requiem. Requiem is probably my favorite ultimate that I have created for this video. What Requiem does is when Giorno does his ultimate, there will be 3 choices for Giorno. The first choice will be to play poker with Darby, where winning against him finishes the battle with an S ranking completion. Second option is gain a revive, and third option, move on to the next wave. The next Joestar up is Bulin. Bulin sets down string traps, which causes enemies to get stunned or freeze. Her second ability, Resolve, lets her set herself on fire and attack enemies. Bulin is A rank. The final agent in the Starlight Crusaders is none other than Johnny Joestar. Johnny is a physical stun agent. Just like in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R, Johnny must do his super to unlock Tusk Acts 1 to 3. His ultimate, called Thank You Gyro, unlocks Tusk Act 4, and each fingernail bullet, instead of just stun damage, it keeps the enemy in place and constantly takes damage until the enemy perishes. Johnny is also able to use his 9 other bullets in Tusk Act 4. Fingernails take 15 seconds to regenerate, thus ending the Starlight Crusaders. Next, we will talk about Jaibu. Jaibu is A rank. He has 3 abilities. His first ability, Lesson 1, allows Gyro to throw his steel balls, dealing physical damage. The True Man's World locks the player into a 1v1 quick draw with an enemy, dealing more damage. His third ability, a special only with Johnny Joestar, is where Gyro gives Johnny herbal tea to increase the rate of his finger bullet regeneration. This ability is called Go Johnny Go. Now we will talk about the final 2 S rank Bang Boos. First is Boopy with his 2 abilities. His first ability is Delicious. Boopy shares his Mochi, which gives 15% energy to an agent. And his second ability, Go Beyond. Go Beyond allows Bucci to launch a non-existent bubble, one-shotting any boss. Requires 3000 decibels. And the final S rank Bang Boo is Wonder of Boo. His first ability is Are You Approaching Me? Has random objects constantly hitting enemies, dealing low damage. His second ability, Obla Di Obla Da and Do 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 Da Da Da, unleashes rock insects that attack enemies. And the final ability of Wonder of Boo is that no enemy can approach agents throughout the entirety of the battle. To finish off this video, I wanted to talk about W engines and the OSTs and the story for these characters in Zenless Zone Zero. Now for W engines, I had a difficult time deciding what kind of theme I wanted to go for the W engines. So I finally came across 4 W engines. W engine 1 will be a steel ball. W engine 2 will be the Requiem stand arrow. W engine 3 will be the stone mask and the stone of Asia. And the last W engine will be clock themed with stars all around. I will let you decide which W engines go with which characters. Now for music tracks to be included with these characters, I was just going to say just include all the main JoJo themes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. To end this video off, I will be talking about how these characters could be included in Zenless Zone Zero. To be honest, I thought about it and it didn't work out, but here's what I came up with. Dio, Kira, Diablo, and Valentine find themselves coming out of a black hole. All these 4 individuals believe that it's a stand ability, but however, they find themselves in an unknown place. Yes, you heard me right, they get isekai. Valentine tries to escape, but he finds out that he can no longer return to a world similar to their own. Dio, Diablo, Kira all decide to go on their own, but quickly find out that they're the only people in this world that have stand abilities, and they use this to their advantage. However, fate keeps putting them together, so they decide to create a group, even though Dio, Kira, Diablo, and Valentine all hate each other. So they all decide to conquer the world, and they will begin doing this by conquering each hollow. So each individual except for Kira, who is off killing young women, take over a hollow and make it their own, controlling the enemies in those hollows as well. Now a week later, after the arrival of the DVDK, the Starlight Crusaders come out of a random hollow, preferably Hollow Zero. Jonathan, Joro, Giorno, and Johnny all look confused. Joro most likely knows Jonathan, but they probably all feel a similarity with each other since they're all Joestars. So they decide to come together and create the Starlight Crusaders. And they figure out that Dio, Kira, Diablo, and Valentine are screwing up New Eridu, so they task themselves with taking down the main villains that were also isekai'd here first. Now I think it's a pretty simple plot. I think it works for the game. These 8 characters would be the only characters with stand abilities, which is fine. And these characters would do a lot of damage and would be pretty broken in Zenless Zone Zero since they have really strong powers. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm planning to make more videos in the future. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. This has been David 12 signing off.